The Stormshaman is a combination of Herbalist and Tempest Mage. Despite being a shaman, they wield melee weapons. Despite using melee weapons, they excel in both magic power and elemental damage. With the blessings of Ancestral Spirits possessing them, they are a melee mage fully powered up. Passive skill, Elemental Overload. Converts up to 90% of attack power into magic power when using skills. You receive stacks of overloading. Each stack of overload provides a 3% bonus all damage. Stackable up to 8 times. When fully stacked, it transforms into supercharged. During supercharge, your all damage, attack speed, movement speed, damage reduction, and knockback resistance significantly increase. Additionally, melee attacks release elemental blasts. Explosion occurs at the end of overload, and you cannot become supercharged again for 4 seconds after the effect wears off. Trinity Traveler. Increase shock, poison, and cold damage by up to 25%, and you have a chance of reducing the remaining CD on skills when dealing the said types of damage. Survival of the fittest. Damage is increased, furthermore so for each stack of cold, shock, and poison ailment on your target. Each ailment stack provides a max 9% damage increase, and can be stacked up to 5 times. Active skill, Thunderous Strikes. After using it, the next 3 normal attacks are empowered to trigger Invoke Thunder. Even if you haven't unlocked the Invoke Thunder skill, Thunderous Strikes can still trigger. However, the power of Invoke Thunder is directly linked to the level of Thunderous Strikes. This skill can be charged up to 3 times. In other words, after using this skill 3 times consecutively, you can achieve the effect of 9 Thunder Callings. Aeolian Chant. Call 6 fourth spirits of nature to attack nearby enemies, causing poison damage. Leech their health and mana, and grant overload upon returning to you. This skill can be charged up to 3 times. Corona Discharge. Spend 25% of the max mana to unleash a column of thunder to attack enemies, causing high shock damage instead of causing overload. This skill removes all overloaded and supercharged effects from you to magnify its power. Ancestral Spirit. Summon an Ancestral Spirit that performs attacks alongside you at the cost of mana. Releases an additional melee shock area damage when you are supercharged. The spirit's attacks become empowered bashes. During supercharge, concentrate on melee attacks, utilizing the Elemental Overload passive as the core to repeatedly trigger elemental damage through melee strikes. Combine this with the Ancestral Spirit for increased output. Additionally, use the Trinity Traveler passive to accelerate skill cooldowns. Employ Aeolian Chant to leech health and mana, and gain overload, creating a perpetual motion machine of supercharge. For fate-bound effects, prioritize Doombringer. The Stormshaman's passive Smooth Sailing speeds up elemental ailment stacking on enemies. Doombringer boosts damage and reduces the interval for all elemental ailments, improving your overall output efficiency. Choose Multishot to increase projectiles for Leaf Storm and Aeolian Chant, boosting your damage output with the 3-piece fate-bound set effect of Multishot. Overload stacks increase when using Aeolian Chant, allowing you to become supercharged with just 1 use. Backlash. During supercharged, you need to trigger elemental damage through melee attacks. At this time, elemental damage is considered melee attacks, plus the melee damage of the Ancestral Spirit. A round of normal attacks can trigger the fate-bound effect Backlash multiple times. Other options include choosing Blowout for increased attack range, and Echo Casting to trigger skill effects twice, besides the melee strategy. The Stormshaman can also function as a traditional niche, by pairing Corona Discharge with Overload to unleash explosive damage, dealing a decisive blow to bosses with a single shot. The above gameplay is only a recommendation. More builds are looking forward to your exploration. That's it for this video. See you next time.